Hello and welcome back to Vinralandia. Previously, we've been continuing to expand Whtisville, the terrible group of rebels. Terrible? No, they're not terrible. The wacky, that's a better word, the wacky group of rebels that split off of Branberg because, of course, Branberg was far too oppressive. Branberg only believes that everything should be the same and normal at all times. Goatsburg and Cultopia have been doing their thing. Goatsburg has a lot of dead bodies piling up. I don't know why. It's kind of strange. I believe I gave them a crematorium last time. We need to turn up the game speed, of course. Okay, crematorium levels are not very good on this side of town, which could be causing the problem. So we're going to give them a nice crematorium right there, and that'll cover this entire area, and that'll be nice, won't it? There won't be dead bodies sitting around. Bat Town is doing the best out of pretty much every place. Well, I say that. They do have some dead bodies piling up. Just in this one place. What is this? The Fawn Residence. More like the Slaughter Residence. It's a pun because they had dead people in there and okay, yeah. I think you get it. Whatever. Okay. So, okay. I was gonna say that the traffic system for Bat Town is just beautiful, and then I see this and I'm like, oh. Okay. Traffic system for Bat Town, not as beautiful as I thought it would be. But the inn is very nice with this roundabout system. It's brilliant. But we've seen that already, and we need to get back to building Whtisville. Because Whtisville is where we are dealing with now. We just built the Curve Park, within which has formed the Cult of the Curve, with these nice overpasses that just cause terrible city planning problems, because we can't build really nice buildings in here. There's not enough space because of the giant pedestrian walkway. But it just fits so well with Whtisville, I can't even argue against it. I tried. In the city council meeting, I did try really hard to argue against the creation of that particular pedestrian walkway. But then they said, it's wacky, it's goofy, we need it right now. And I was just like, how can I argue against that? That is a really solid argument. I mean, it's probably the best argument I've heard come out of Whtisville since its inception. And that is saying something, because Whtisville does talk a lot. Way too much. So much. They talk pretty much all the time about the practical jokes that they're doing. It would be annoying if it weren't for the fact that their practical jokes were so inventive. Like one guy, get this, one resident of Whtisville loves spiders, and he thought, I need a spider-based prank. And he looked through the big book and he was like, these have all been done before, like plastic spider gags. Like, what am I thinking? I need to go bigger, go newer than anyone has ever gone before. And so what he did was he started a spider farm out in the back of his house, in his lawn. And he raised spiders. And he actually taught them how to talk. So now he has a race of talking spiders. Why, you ask, did he do this? Well, he did this so that he could have the talking spiders come up behind people, just like sit on the wall and be like, hey you, look over here. And they'd look over there and they wouldn't see anyone. They'd be like, what's going on? And then the talking spider on the other wall, on the other side, would be like, hey, no, over here. And they just keep looking back and forth, and he would just be in the corner snickering away, and they'd be like, oh, you got me. Oh, such a good prank. Seriously, the elaborate nature of the pranks of Whtisville is just beyond comprehension. One person did actually try to comprehend the pranks of Whtisville, and he is now permanently in the Vinralandia hospital. He is in a vegetative state, and it doesn't look like he's ever going to come out of it. That is how ridiculous the pranks of Whtisville can be. Okay, so we're building up some more residential in Whtisville because we need more prankers. And we need more offices as well. We got a big industrial demand. And I mean, what better place to put offices than Whtisville? Normally, you do like paperwork and stuff. And of course, in Whtisville, you still do paperwork, but it's not the same kind of paperwork. What they're doing is researching the most efficient way to prank people. The most recent and most important research that has been coming out of there is about exactly which direction one should put a whoopee cushion if they want to execute a whoopee cushion prank. Specifically, should the whoopee cushion be facing outward, away from the person when they sit down, or should it be facing towards the back? And tests are inconclusive at this point. They're working very hard around the clock to try to figure out the exact answer, and the people of Whtisville are just waiting. They're sitting on the edge of their seats just like, what's going to be the answer? I don't know. There are heated debates every day on the Whtisville Senate floor, which is held in a barn out behind Greg's place. Where is Greg's place? If you don't know, you just don't know. That's how it works here in Whtisville. Those in the know. But yeah, it's just insane. Whtisville, how would you feel about your own hospital? I'm all about giving Whtisville a hospital. You need to fit it in right here. We're going to put it right here, right in the midst of the residential. What is a good name for this? I know. The best medicine. It's a strange name for a hospital, but it's a strange place. And what exactly is the best medicine? Laughter, of course. So they do prescribe at all times, regardless of what your ailment happens to be, they prescribe copious amounts of laughter. If you've broken your leg, laughter. If your leg isn't broken and it's actually completely severed, laughter definitely works. It's been proven by the researchers. Oh, I have to move this, and I just remembered how much effort it was to put it there to begin with, and it makes me sad. Because we're going to build a big road going down this way so that we can make a second intersection connection to the highway over here. Now, what were we on about? Research. Laughter as the best medicine. Yeah, I mean, if your leg has been completely severed entirely, then yeah, I mean, laughter, just laugh it off. Instead of like walking it off like most people would do, because I mean, most of the time when you get injured, people are like, just walk it off, just walk it off. Instead of that, they're just like, laugh it off. And it's not just about small injuries, it's literally about everything. One person actually fell out of a 70-story window. We don't know how he found a 70-story window because I don't think that there's actually a 70-story building in the city. But he managed it somehow. And you know what they said when they brought him in? You just gotta laugh it off, man. Just gotta laugh it off. You're gonna be fine in like a day, just so long as you laugh it off. You'll be peachy keen. And you know what? Oddly enough, the guy did make it through. He was fine. Actual scientists have been doing copious amounts of research into how this particular man recovered from a 70-story fall, how he actually survived to begin with. The only thing that they have to go on is that eyewitness reports said that as he hit the ground, he was laughing. So that's all they have to go on at this point. Boom. Oh, it's just so bad. What I put together here is just so bad. I don't even know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just building connections to the highway that may or may not work. Likelihood is it'll be the second one. But, alas, the people of Whtisville love their ridiculous highway setups. And we can't take this from them. It's so integral to them to have everything that they do. That's pointing the wrong direction. Okay, to have everything that they do have to do with just ridiculous things. For everything that they do to be a joke, to be nonconformist, that is who the people of Whtisville truly are. The heck intersection. I just want a nice slopey curve. Got to give this to me, intersection. I need it. It is very necessary that this nice slopey curve exist here. Yeah, like that. That is about the worst on and off ramp system I've seen. That's really bad. I think this is going to cause a lot of problems, actually. Despite the fact that, of course, Whtisville does need ridiculous setups, they do demand that their setups work to some extent. And so, it's so bad like that. It's so bad like that. Oh, we're gonna have to try again. Okay. But yeah, the people of Whtisville always demand that their ridiculous things actually be slightly practical. Like, I mean, imagine all of the research and all that was learned when the guy did that practical joke with the spiders. You're like, oh, that's just vanity. He's just doing it for the sake of the prank, just for himself. But no, he did that for the betterment of civilization as a whole. Because you know civilization is bettered by talking spiders. I'm actually kind of concerned about talking spiders. You know what? That's stinking good enough. There we go. That's gonna... I think they merge better when you get a off-highway... What is this even called? A highway exit ramp onto another highway exit ramp than they do if you make that third connection. So that should make traffic flow very nicely from that direction. The brunt of the traffic, unfortunately, will come through Brandberg and will cause some of the worst pileups that has ever been seen in the history of civilization up to this point. And currently we've had 2,030 years of civilization if we just pretend that everything that happened before 0 AD just wasn't a thing. So that's a lot of civilization. And that's still the worst pileup that has ever existed, ever, period. Okay. So overall, we don't have too much demand right now. That's not bad. That's not bad. We've still got some room for Whtisville to grow. They still got their commercial. They got some residential coming up here. A few more places for offices. So we're going to start just mapping out some of these roads in the classic E formation that Whtisville has really become known for region-wide. Everyone comes, and they come to Whtisville for three reasons. One, to be pranked viciously and just unendingly. It's just going to continue forever. That terrible pranking. They also come for the cult of the curve, because it's such a nice curve. They have to see it, and they have to see the rituals. And the people of Cultopia have to come and hate on the people who actually do the rituals. And then, finally, they come for the E-roads. Because they are ridiculous and unexpected, and they're like, does this really work? Can we really say that we love E-roads? Can we? And everyone always leaves saying, I'm not sure. Because to make a decisive decision in Whtisville is ridiculous. I'm going to level. I was gonna make a really nice like curve here, and I just made something terrible and deformed. Oh, it's disgusting. I shot this out way too far. It needs to be only halfway. And if it goes more than halfway, we got problems. So we're gonna put it, that's about halfway, I think. And then we get this out to here. No, we need farther, right up there. Boom, there we go. That's a nice curve. Still not quite as nice as the curve, which is of course over here with the nice part. But it is still a pretty nice curve. Okay, so let us see exactly how Bramberg is doing. Well, this is actually unexpected. The traffic off of this cloverleaf isn't backed up into the actual cloverleaf itself. Does that mean that this will eventually work itself through and we'll be fine? Probably not. But it is hopeful for Bramberg in the long run. We do, perhaps the entire thing with that is that all of the traffic is blocked up here. These cloverleafs just don't seem to work very well, do they? Everyone just gets caught up on these intersections as they're trying to get onto the highways. Oh, look, Battown traffic is merging quite nicely. I think we've actually got half-decent traffic going onto the highways in the very least. The burbs, of course, have very nice traffic with this ridiculous hard turn that apparently I didn't get rid of. I thought I did. I thought I looked at that and I got rid of it. I don't know. Apparently not. That's unfortunate. The University of Sverity has had its terrible fire of, I don't know, probably 29, the fire of 29 that destroyed literally one building in the University of Sverity. Made everybody sad. And the traffic of the Knick-Knack Emporium of Magic has not stopped being the creamy turd that it has always been. Even with this nice rail line. Does nobody want to use it? It is connected to the... Look, that train's going. Wait, can we see them go dock? We can, can't we? Look at them, they go across... I guess this is the Knick-Knack Memorial Bridge railway line? I don't know, I didn't really consider that it would be part of the Knick-Knack Memorial Bridge, but kind of is. Let's see what they do. Let's see. Can we get any information about this cargo terminal? Trains can carry raw goods and materials in the city and transport them outside. I already know about that. Well, trucks are definitely going in. And that is definitely a very good thing. Look at it go. The train is taking its ridiculous roller coaster route around and coming into the depot. Come on, train. Don't fail us now. I want to see you be loaded. Look at this. All of the goods being loaded on, no doubt. Oh yeah, look at it. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh, how nice. And then the train, of course, has to turn around, which is nearly impossible because it's just got such a tiny little space there. But they do it somehow. So I had a consideration, a serious consideration, regarding the businesses of Whtisville. I think it might help for overall traffic if we can send the industrial traffic down a highway system similar to the Knick-Knack Memorial Bridge, in that it's going to have its own line coming directly out of the industrial sector. Perhaps also giving this highway some better use. Uh-oh, we're going to completely cut power. Oh no, here we go. It's the power outage of 97. Is there a power outage? There's definitely a power outage. We need to... Where's the pause button? I probably could have pressed space and just paused. That would have been faster. I didn't think of it in time. We're going to have to find a new route for these lines to go. I don't think they're going to work quite how they were before. Here we go. Right across there. And then one final little nodule right there, and we get the power back into the system. That's good. Ooh, we've also... I don't know when we did this. I'm sure I missed it by quite a bit, but we have passed the 50,000 population mark. We are halfway to our goal of 100,000 people! Yay! Amazing! Okay. So we're going to shoot this over here. Bada boom. Make a big bridge. It's going to be nice. This is not a knick-knack memorial bridge because there's no memorial to be knick-knacked. That sentence didn't make any more sense to me than it did to you, don't worry. I don't know what I'm saying pretty much ever. So we're just going to go down to here, and then we're going to come down all the way, boom, and we'll have a little road system that leads up to this. So we'll have a straight road come out here, and then do a little curve to try to meet with the highway. And we'll have a little on-off ramp system at the end of this. Come on. No, how dare you be like this? How dare you be like this, road? I need a much smaller curve than you're willing to give me. Right there. There. That's good enough. Okay. On-off. We don't need an on-off. We only need an off. What am I thinking? This is a one-way highway. There we are. That'll work well enough. And I guess this may as well be one-way right now. Please, one-way roads, do direct yourself in the proper direction. You didn't direct yourself in the proper direction. You caused me so many problems. I'm going to just, I don't know, defenestrate myself terribly out of a window somewhere, which is kind of implied in the word defenestration, the whole window thing, but you know, sometimes it's just got to be said anyway. Looks like Whtisville traffic is working up to be absolutely terrible, especially right here, where apparently tons of people want to come down. I have no clue why. I also have no clue why there's so many friggin' garbage trucks in this one little stretch of road. What are you doing? Jeez, you got an entire city and you got all the garbage trucks right there. Well then, that is a consideration for another day because that brings us to the end of the episode. Whoop, cinematic cam. Hard to get the entire city in now, it's quite sprawling. Well then, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe. Whtisville will continue to grow because that's what it needs to do. We'll be able to see if this highway actually diverts any traffic at all, or if it was just a complete waste of time, which may well be the case, and I'll just, I don't know. I really don't know what I would do at that point. Just destroy it, I guess. Purge it from all records and pretend it never happened. That'll be nice. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of your day.